It's noon on a Sunday in May. It's really kind of nasty outside, and you get a text from your good cousin Will saying, hey, do you want to help me drive a Steiger to Rawls County, Missouri? About a 30-mile drive. What are you going to say? Considering I'm on my way to their place now, you can probably assume that I said yes. Just got to stop and get something to drink real quick, and then we can be on our way. My cousin Will has like 4 different Steigers that we're going to be taking down to Rawls County today. We got like a 9180, a 9270, a 9350, and a 9370. You know the vibes. What are we doing today?
We're moving all our stuff to Rawls County because Mother's Day is the best day to do it.
That's right.
Because all the dumbasses are at the buffet.
This is either going to be a really good time or a freaking disaster, and there's no in between. Cousin Will's got his 40-foot Kinsey 3600. He's driving his 9370 and his field cultivator, and I'm driving this 9230 row crop. Let's go. Full sends only. Hey, what do you know? It's planting season. You need to watch for farm vehicles. We're getting along at a blistering 19.5 miles an hour. There's been a couple times where I've been scared that that planter was going to come unhooked and like find a new home in the ditch. Move along, folks. Nothing to see here. Let's get this freak show on the road. We just got off the nice blacktop, and now we are on a kind of a decent gravel road. First impression of a considerable amount of time in a Steiger. The cabs are a little bit loud, but honestly, they're kind of fun to drive. I would do this again. Ready for this? Oh yeah. I have no idea where the farm that Willie and I are going to is, but it is out in the middle of nowhere. This is an extremely primitive crossing, but it does work. We have arrived. Got 1, 2, 3 Steigers down here in one spot. That was an interesting experience. Dad brought our new 1795 into the shop, and he's got all the computer stuff hooked up in this 8345R that I'm hopefully going to be driving here pretty quick. This will be my first planting experience other than my 6-row and my 4-row before that. So it's going to take a little bit of getting used to go from a 15-foot wide planter to this. Got the new drip on today. Don't worry, I'll be back within 24 hours. I just got to go take a test and move myself out. Like I said to the dog, I'll be back in 24 hours because all I have to do is take a final for chemistry, and I need to use this thing to get my fridge moved out of my dorm. Boys, we're moving out. This is like the second time I've been in this elevator in my life. I'm doing some farm work that not many people will tell you about, and it has to do with this neat little tool called a weed eater, and about an hour of your time just going around stuff. No one even lives at this house. However, I like it to look nice, and I think that this house is very dope, so of course I'm going to spend time doing it. This is a house that really didn't get enough attention for what it is. It's built in 1863. The owner of this house, the builder, is actually buried in the family plot out there in the middle of the field, which I've also cleaned up quite a bit. I really wanted the family plot to be my Eagle Scout project, but that's not technically a community service, so that wasn't going to work for it. I need to come back up here with a little, clippers or something and cut down some of these, woody shrubs that are growing up around the trees. I just sometimes don't have enough time in the day to get everything done that you really want to get done. But earlier this spring, my dad and I grubbed off 15 feet here of brush and mulberry trees that had grown up along this line of trees. And I planted this down with grass in the last video. Hopefully some of it comes up because I don't really know what I'm going to do if it doesn't. Maybe I could hire it out and have it actually come up, but that's expensive. Yeah, just a pretty cool old house. I wonder what he's doing. This setup takes me back to the days of when I mowed yards for money. Down at our bin site in the river bottom, we have about 100 square feet of grass that needs to be mowed. So I'm gonna drive for a total of half an hour to mow 5 minutes of mowing because it has only been mowed once this year. So it's rather tall and very grassy. I just finished up mowing a little patch here at the bins, and it actually ended up being like 15 minutes of mowing because I had to mow all of it twice because it was like a foot tall. It's just kind of a nice Northeast Missouri evening. No wind, no nothing. Nice view of the river bottom too. Nice. I was down here in the bottom, so I decided to come and look at my sweet corn that I planted. Well, I shouldn't say my sweet corn. I planted it for somebody. But come look at it and see what it's doing. It is alive, which I've been about 2 weeks since I planted this, so I guess that doesn't surprise me. After having only run that planter over 4.5-ish acres, I can easily say that I'm a lot more satisfied with it than I was my Oliver 540 with the no-till bar. But part of me wishes that I had kept the Oliver just because it was something neat and unique, and I doubt I'll ever see another one for sale. And I can't exactly buy that one back because it went to Manhattan, Kansas. Looking out across here, I see a couple doubles, but overall, it looks okay. I assume that the doubles were caused just because sweet corn is a smaller seed, and the fingers may have picked up more than one seed at a time. The guy that I planted the sweet corn for used this 4020 and a field cultivator to fit the ground, and this is a very cool tractor. It's original paint, and it has 3,500 hours on it. I love the views. We seem to be having a little bit of issues getting this U-joint out of my dad's drive shaft. We ended up having to use the hot wrench to get this one off. Nice. After a short struggle with the U-joints here, we did get it out using the torch. Who's this guy? Decided we're gonna have to cut the other side of the U-joint off as well. By decree of Mom and Dad, today we are moving our Morton chicken building outside. Finally, after being in the shop for 2.5 months.
Do you want to drive?
We are going to be using a forklift and a skid steer to move this thing outside. This is either going to work very well or very badly. It appears to be working well. Alice says hello. My planting rig that we're hopefully going to be running maybe tomorrow, probably Thursday. My goodness, it's a wonderful night here in Northeast Missouri. The whole changing the U-joint on the drive shaft of my dad's pickup job really didn't go all that well. We had to cut the first U-joint out. Then we had to cut the second one out that we put in because we broke part of the cast piece that it actually like joints into. And right now, Dad's truck is still sitting immobile in the shop. Hopefully by sometime tomorrow, we will have that together. Hopefully. That's a big hopefully. I'm going to construct a cup holder and phone holder for the 4320, which is sitting right here outside, using a torch, some metal, and some PVC pipe. I'm gonna make the second cut here for this bracket that I'm fabricating. Or maybe it's fabricobbling. I don't know. That was pretty easy. We could probably no-till beans today, but I don't know that we have any ground that's ready to be planted. I'm just back here behind the shop checking to see if it'll actually close or not. I just flipped on row number 4 here to see if it would actually plant anything. So let's go back and check. It appears to be closing fairly well. Probably need a little bit more depth. Maybe a little bit less depth. A couple beans and it's actually closing. So we could theoretically no-till today, but I doubt that we do. This is the final product of my monitor and cup holder station bracket thing that I made. I had like half a bag of seed left, so I decided, what the heck, let's plant another couple rows of no-till-ish beans. Some of this ground right here I dished like in March, so it's kind of rough, but for trying to get it to close up, this is the driest ground that we have right now. Let's see, which marker am I gonna get? Oh, I'm not gonna get any markers because I don't have the things down. But you know what? We're not that concerned about it, so we're just gonna plant. My monitor was saying that row 3 was not planting, but I got off and I turned my contact wheel drives, and every row had seed come out, so it must be lying. It does in fact no-till. Now I'm in actual ground that has not been tilled yet. And this is kind of difficult without markers. Monitor is saying that row 3 and 4 are out now, so I'll just stop and get off and check. Dad told me to go ahead and park because we may have some actual work to do today. That, and I was out of seed in box 4, and I don't really want to be planting like semi for real without any seed in the box. Might not be good. This video is going to have covered from part of Wednesday all the way back to Sunday. And this video's gone on long enough, so I'm not gonna make you watch anymore. If you did enjoy watching though, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, you're gonna miss out. And we passed 4,000 subscribers. We're at 4,062 right now. So that's kind of big. We're on our way. Millennial Farmer, watch out, I'm coming for you. Anyhow, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Hey, what you got there, buddy? Spot appears to have acquired herself a birdie. Hello, Talking Tom.